Okay, I'd like to open March 15th, 2021 council meeting at 6:34. I just want to remind everyone of their declaration of pecuniary interest and general nature thereof. Number one, Marcel.
Yeah.
I need an adoption of the minute.
I move.
No. Okay. Be it resolved that the minutes for the regular council meeting held on February 16th, 2021 be adopted. That's moved by Marcel. I would need a seconder.
I'll second.
Tracy, thank you. And Marcel, number two, be it resolved that the minutes from the special council meeting held on February 25th, 2021 be adopted. That's moved by Marcel. I need a seconder.
I can second it.
Linda, thank you. We'll move right into letters for action. Everybody's had a chance to look at all the letters. Does anybody have any concerns or anything about the letters? So we'll move right into number three. It's concerning the curling club. Everybody's had a chance to look at their financial situation. Be it resolved that a response be sent to the Thessalon Community Curling Club further to the request that council consider an amount in the town's 2021 budget in the range of $5,000 per year to support major operating expenses, etc. Anybody got anything to say about it?
Well, it sounds fair.
Yeah. I think the town should be running the whole program, but that's an opinion. So that's moved by Linda. I think it's seconder.
Well, seconded.
So that's just going to the finance board, and when the budget, it'll be coming back to council. And number four, be it resolved that council approve the submission to the office of the fire marshal of the grant application in the amount of $4,900 for training. That's moved by Marcel. I would need a seconder. I need a seconder.
I'll second it.
Randy? Hope we can get that money because they need some updated training for sure. Be it resolved that the municipality insurance proposal from Algoma Insurance covering the 1-year period commencing March 16th, 2021 be accepted. You can all see the average rate across the board is 20%. It's a substantial amount if it keeps going up like that. That would be moved by Randy. I would need a second to accept that.
I'll second it.
Marcel, thank you. And number six, be it resolved that council approve a TerraCycle recycling bin at the town office with the monies to be included in the 2021 budget. If everyone is fine with that, Tracy was the mover. I would need a seconder for that motion.
I can second it.
Linda, thank you. And number seven, be it resolved that council approve a neighborhood cleanup on Earth Day. That would be moved by Tracy, and I would need a seconder.
I'll second that.
Marcel, thank you. And moving on to number eight, be it resolved that as a further sustainable through environmental practices initiative, council approve a weekly challenge event during the month of April. That would be moved by Tracy, and I would need a seconder.
I can second it.
Linda, thank you. And Number 9. Randy, do you want to give them a quick update on the water? How that come about? Or,
Well, it looks like we went back to them and with our proposal, and they countered, and I think we all agreed that option 2 was probably the best. And that'll give us a 10-year term, so gives a little stability for both them and us, and won't leave, well, I guess it's what, another 2.5 councils won't have to worry about it.
Mhm.
2 councils, so.
Yeah.
I think it's a good deal for everybody.
Yeah, I think that's for sure. So number 9 would be it resolved that the 10-year option number 2 proposal covering the period from November 1st, 2021 to October 31st, 2031 for the services agreement with the Ontario Clean Water Agency be approved with an authorizing bylaw to be presented at the April meeting. That would be moved by Randy. I would need a seconder.
Can you hear me, Bill?
I can hear you.
I'll second that.
I can see you too. Thanks, Lindsay.
Lindsay said she couldn't hear me there, so I had to speak up, I guess.
No,
I was yelling and waving and
yeah. Yeah, yell, because I couldn't hear nothing.
I see you waving, I didn't think you were talking.
So we move down to number 10. Be it resolved that a 2021 membership be purchased through the Ontario Association of Committees of Adjustment and Consent Authorities for the Administrative Secretary. And I think that's a good thing that Lindsay wants to do this, and she can keep the planning board and everybody in shape. That would be moved by Marcel, and I would need a seconder.
I'll
second.
it.
Was that Tracy? Or
I
Linda?
think both me and Linda popped in
Go
there,
ahead.
so.
Oh, second and third it. You ready to go, guys? You're anxious. Perfect. Number 11, be it resolved that a feasibility study be conducted for the development on the property north of Highway 17 to ensure proper drainage options and costs, as well as elevation for water and sewer, and that a cost of this study be included in the 2021 budget and taken from the unspent portion of the first intake under the municipal modernization program. Ken, do you want to give a quick update of what's going on there?
Yeah, Bill and I met last week with MTO to discuss the intersection out here at Lakeside Drive and 17. And as part of the discussion, we also brought in the water sewer connections for the development on the north side of the highway. MTO was accommodating. They actually sent me an email today with which she promised to send with regards to what we need to do, what our next steps are going forward here. So I think we discussed it that day, Bill. Obviously we'll have to discuss again just to get everybody on board, but we had planned on just using their, the plan is to do the connections when they do the next capital project on Highway 17, which is scheduled for 2023. So as part of that, they're designing that right now, actually. So as part of that, they need to design in where our water sewer lines are going to cross, and they need some other information as far as elevations of the system and the stationing and stuff like that. So when I talked to Heather today, she asked a question if they just wanted to use their consultants to do the work, which to me only makes sense to have them do it and incorporate it into the design of the new project. So we do have the option of having our own folks or our own consultant do the design part, incorporating it into their package. So I don't know if we need to discuss that as part of our committee or just go ahead and give them the nod to move forward.
Yeah, I think, the biggest concern was that if we get somebody else, we don't want to hold up them at all, as they're trying to get everything ready to go to tender. So
Probably cleaner to have their guy.
Yeah, if we don't use theirs, I can foresee being scheduling issues and things, and probably end up costing us more money in the long run than it would.
yeah,
Early in the
Yes.
design, so they can just draw it in when they're
We're,
going.
we're using Telek anyway to get the elevations, like for the connections on the, where they're deadheaded now, as well as they have the plan for the development over there. So they're gonna incorporate all that into that plan and we'll submit it to MTO.
There's enough fall there. Well, I guess we'll have to wait to see what the sewer's at.
Yeah, Chris seemed to think so. Like the guys went and measured the manhole and it down fairly deep right at the end of the deadhead there. So,
I guess worst comes first, you have to put a pumping station.
yeah, that's plan B, but we'll figure that out going forward.
Okay, thanks, Ken. That would be moved by Marcel. I would need a seconder for that.
I'll second
I'll
that.
second it.
Good.
Where are we taking it?
Lindsay? Lindsay or Randy?
I don't know. I can't hear Lindsay.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you
Thanks, Lindsay.
Get him a job for that.
now. Moving on to number 12, be it resolved that council approved Nancy Valicat for the 2021 Ontario Senior of the Year Award. I'm sure everybody, if you've eaten at several different places in town, whether it's the Odd Fellows Curling Club, she seems to have her hand in the pie there. That would be moved by Linda, and I would need a seconder.
I'll
I'll
second.
second it.
Tracy?
And number 13, be it resolved that council approve an Easter egg word scramble hunt at Peace Park from March 25th, 2021 to April 1st, 2021, inclusive. Finding different ways to try to keep things rolling. So that would be moved by Linda, and I would need a seconder for that.
I'll second.
Tracy? Thank you. Through the map, be it resolved that the recommendation for the Wi-Fi to be reinstalled at the arena for the remainder of the extended season be declined, and furthermore, that the installation to be reconsidered for the beginning of the 21-22 season. That would be moved by Lindsay. I would need a seconder.
I'll second it.
Myself. Oh, I should be all in favor, eh? I figured if somebody's going to be opposed, they would.
Halfway through the meeting.
Is everybody in favor of 1 to 14?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No. Oh, we're doing it? Okay, aye.
No. Well, sorry. Sorry, Robert will slap my hands when I get back. Be it resolved that the arena fees and service charges bylaw order number 1800 Schedule B be amended to add the category introduction to hockey, March 3rd to April 14th, 2021, inclusive with a fee of $30. That is moved by Lindsay. I would need a seconder.
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Be it resolved that due to the high demand for seasonal sites, Thessalon Lakeside Park opened more seasonal sites for this season, with the number of sites and fees to be charged to be determined, and furthermore, this would only be for the 2021 season. There's a part in Ken's report that they reviewed it. Did everybody see that? Ken, do you want to do a quick, before we get to your report, before we second this and vote on it, do you want to give a quick report on the park?
Yeah, as part of that motion put forward there, I was to speak with Bev the next day just to find out if there weren't already reservations for those lots. There's only 4 lots available that actually have the sewer connection. She does have 2 of those sites reserved already by the month rentals. And just speaking whether and remembering from last year, the number of times we rented those lots monthly, the money we would make off those lots renting them monthly would equate to more than doing them as seasonal lots. And it might be a real administrative nightmare to offer these as seasonal lots just for 1 year, considering how we have like 32 people on our waiting list or whatever it is. So I would recommend not making them seasonal lots, just leave them as is.
We have lots of, for transients, there's
Lots, yeah.
So it sounds like they're half rented already.
Yeah, well, that's the data we were waiting for too, eh? So,
For sure.
perfect.
So that would be moved by Lindsay, and I would need a seconder for that
Are, to follow through with that, Bill, are we gonna,
to, or what do we have to do to that? Would we just, can we pull that?
Sounds like it'll be defeated.
So can we pull that? We can just pull that, Robert?
You can, if everybody agrees with that, we can just pull it.
yeah, I agree to pull it.
Agree to pull it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, then we'll move into Ken's report, which he's got half done now.
Perfect. March 2021 report to council. I've received a request from ATS, not ATV, which are the company name is Algoma Technology Services. I think everybody knows who ATS is. They want to display our town logo on their website. I guess they're developing a new website. So they just want to put logos on their website of current clients, I guess as a type of an advertisement. Currently, we have our alarm systems at here and 333 River Road are through ATS, as well as our cameras at all the other locations. So what they've told me is once they develop the web page, and they'll send a copy to us to show us whereabouts our logo sits on it and whether we're happy with it before they actually post the thing. So we'll be looking for your approval or denial for that, I guess. Vaccination clinic. Bill and I have been sitting on that committee. I think we've had 3 meetings now. The plan is the clinic will be held at the Oddfellows Hall or the New Ontario Lodge, potentially March 22nd or 23rd. I don't know if they've nailed down the date 100%. They've asked the town if we would cover the costs of the rental of the hall. And this is just not a one-time thing, like it'll be as the vaccine becomes available, they'll be scheduling vaccination clinics in town here. So there could be several of them, I would expect. So what's going to happen because of the legalities, the Algoma Public Health Unit is going to pay the lodge for the rental for the day, and then they'll invoice the town. And they do have an agreement, Algoma Public Health Unit does have an agreement, generic agreement that they'll provide to the town to sign off on.
what's the day's rental?
I believe it was 150 a day, but I think for this particular clinic, they've offered it for $100 a day. And I think that Rebecca's were also going to.
And we do have, and we will be going to the neighborhood, like Bruce Mines and that, to see if they will kick some of that in. If they don't, we can still cover it. That's the understanding, Ken?
Exactly. They said the other communities could share with it because Bruce Mines, Plumber Additional, they're welcome to come to our clinic in town as well. Actually, anybody's welcome to come to our clinic. People from the Sioux could come here if they wish to, but
I think good public relations to pay it.
yeah, so Deborah's kind of halfway point. They can either come here or they can go to this one on the island. But
Yeah, well, you want more people, as many to get vaccinated as possible. So,
yeah, for sure. Asset management program tender. So we discussed that at the last special council meeting. So we have awarded the project to Infrasol Solutions. I was talking with their engineer last week, and they'll be in touch with us shortly to get things up and running. So that's good. Reduced loads are put in effect today. The OGRA conference, I attended the 4-day electronic version of the OGRA conference. For the cost of the entry to the conference, I thought it was a little bit steep considering what all I was able to get out of it, because you had to bounce around and find topics that they discussed that were of interest. And because they're Zoom or virtual, it was really hard to get engaged in the thing to stay to really learn anything, I guess. I think a big part of the OGRA conference is meeting with service providers, suppliers, those types of folks, and that was all virtual as well. So it's pretty hard to get a good understanding of what's out there. So I just found that the price we paid for the registration really didn't warrant what we got back from it. So, but anyway.
Well, maybe next year we'll be back to somewhat normal and we'll go again.
I got that's some vaccination clinic in here again, I guess. I'm not sure why, but we already talked about it. So the next clinic is for those 80 years and older, as well as I think it was Indigenous folks 55 and up and high risk.
It's already booked. The friends and my mother tried to get an appointment this morning and it's already full for the first time.
That's the thing. The nurse practitioner's office was given a certain allotment of them. We're getting 140 doses. The nurse practitioner's office was given a portion of those, as well as Dr. Crawford's office. They decided who should be getting these things, like who's high risk. And then I think there was only like 19 or 20 left that were going to be up for grabs. So yeah,
And nobody's going to be left off the list, Randy, because like if they didn't get them this round, they'll definitely get them the next round. They'll be put at the top of the list by the way they were talking. So
it's a bit of a jumbled up affair right now, but it'll get better once they have the first.
Oh, yeah.
Get things smoothed out. I think we got
And everybody thinks they're high risk.
we got a pretty good committee chair there now, I think too, Bill? So
yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
The mayor and I met with several MTO officials last week to discuss our concerns with regards to that intersection out there. It was actually a pretty good meeting. I was a little leery of what we were going to hear, but it was much all positive. So they've decided to make some pretty significant changes to the intersection itself. But we also wanted, as part of our request, is to do an acceleration lane for the eastbound traffic. They weren't prepared to do that at this time. And it was legitimate reasons why. There could be property issues there. There could be utility issues that will have to be addressed. They're looking at it under this next capital project for 2023 as well. So, and actually some of the things that they talked about, Bill, were pretty positive as well, right? Like turning lanes and
For
sound
sure.
like it's well covered. So
Yeah, it was well thought out. And after they said no, it wasn't kind of in their scope. But then after they talked to us and they were telling us their new projection, they're going to be slip around lanes on the west side too. That's what I got out of it. So
we just, we kind of caution, but we really hope nothing happens in the meantime. So
When I seen that thing today from you, I thought it was for the acceleration lane that they were going to make us pay for. When you first sent your email, then I read it again and realized it was for those crossings.
Arena operation, the arena was back in operation February 17th. The figure skating club has not returned. Tesla Minor Hockey started hosting hockey games this past weekend. Lakeside Drive cost sharing agreement. I did receive the agreement today from the developer. It's just waiting for the mayor to return for his signature. And then we're going to have to approach how we collect our outstanding monies from them. Tulloch has a few ideas that we could use, but we may end up playing hardball here with this guy. So Lakeside Drive asphalt testing, the results, again, they came in from they didn't get to the referee because there was really no point in sending them there. They failed. They were not acceptable. So the consultant received proposals back from the contractor, the prime contractor, basically saying they would rather not pay to have it, the 20 millimeter lift of asphalt put down. They would rather give us a credit, but the credit was nowhere near the value of what it would cost them to put the 20 millimeter lift down. So we're still negotiating with them over that, I guess, and hopefully we come to a agreeable resolve to it here before too much longer. Tim Hortons is scheduled to open sometime in April. We'll see, I guess. Bell Tower has been constructed, but it's not operational. They continue to work on it and expected to be operational by sometime in May, I'm told. And that's it.
Thanks, Ken. Anybody have any questions for Ken? On a side note, the job fair for the Tim Hortons went really well. Like, they were pretty happy with the amount of people they had hired, so that's good. Good sign for the people getting some jobs for sure. So if there's no questions, we will move on to number 17. Randy, do you have that?
Yeah. You want me to read it?
Sure.
Be resolved, the accounts payable to March 15, 2021 in a total amount of $189,247.84 be approved for payment, noting that for any member of council who has declared a pecuniary interest with regard to any account, their approval is based on this account's being excluded from the total accounts payable.
That was moved by Randy. I would need a seconder for that.
I can second it.
Linda, thank you. All in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Aye.
So, Robert, everybody has these. I never thought about it. I could have just asked for the guys to read these, right?
Yeah, they were sent out this afternoon.
I don't know.
I'm a slow learner. But that's good. So number 18, I would ask Lindsay to read that.
By the look on his face, I don't think he has it.
Okay. Okay. Don't worry, Lindsay, I got you covered. Be it resolved that council approve an adjustment calculation for any arena clock and advertising fees that were billed out based on the arena season being 162 days. With the arena being closed for 55 of those days, and further with the arena season being extended for 27 days. So they're doing an adjustment on those clock advertisements. That was moved by Lindsay. I would need a seconder.
I'll second it.
Marcel, thank you. So number 19, Randy.
Be resolved that council approve the purchase of a piece of jewelry and an estimated amount of $200 for Donna Latchlip to recognize the contribution she has made to health services through serving on the JBPTH and Euro Northwest Professional Recruitment and Retention Committees.
Yeah, I think it's a small token, but I think it will be well appreciated, and it's good memory, I think, for all the time that she's put in. It's hard to thank somebody for that many years of service, for sure. On the good side of that, I hear that Tracy has stepped in to accept that committee.
She just heard there was jewelry.
Yeah, but you got to serve for about 20 years, I think, Tracy. So,
Oof.
Oof. So Tracy, if you can, I guess your first meeting's not until next week, right? Of the new committee?
Yeah, which I actually can't attend because it's at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, I guess we know who the new chair is then. If you're not there, you're the chair.
I was actually gonna maybe see if you wanted to go on my behalf.
Oh, okay. Well, we could talk about, well, you know, is it a Zoom?
Yeah,
Okay, because I would be in quarantine for a few days.
yeah, it's in Zoom. But yeah, I also expressed my interest in making sure that the meeting dates and times remain in the evening.
Okay. Well, maybe when I get back, I'll talk to you. You can give me any information that your mom's given you.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Is everybody is good with that?
We need a seconder, Bill, please.
Okay, that's moved by Randy. We need a seconder for that.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Vince.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aye.
It's hard being in this motel room all by myself. Number 20, Randy.
Be resolved that since the town is a client of their businesses, ATS be allowed to include the town's logo on the new website they are building.
So we've talked about that. Randy is the mover. I need a seconder for that.
I'll second it.
Myself. All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
Thank you. Tracy, number 21.
Be it resolved that the mayor and clerk treasurer be authorized to sign on behalf of the municipality an agreement with Algoma Public Health for the rental of the new Ontario Lodge for the vaccination clinic.
So that's moved by Tracy. I need a seconder for that.
I can.
Thank you, Linda. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thanks, Lynn. Well, he's back in tune now. Okay. Number 22, Tracy.
Be it resolved that the rules of procedure be suspended in order to address the recent COVID-19 exposures in our area.
That's moved by Tracy. I need a seconder for that.
I'll
Aye.
second.
Randy?
Randy.
Randy, thank you. So we all know that what's been happening around the town for the last few days.
Hang on, Bill, do we stop recording this?
Robert, I
Or
don't
is
know.
this part of the, is this in camera or not in camera?
No, we're still in open meeting.
Oh, okay.
Do we need to close, Robert?
No, I would think this could be open.
Okay. Nobody's there's no names gonna be, okay, there's no names. Nobody will be saying any names or if they do or what the gossip is. So it's just a situation with the credit union and the high school. So it's come to our back door. Ken and I talked to Algoma Public Health this morning. They seem, after talking to them, they seem to have a pretty good handle on things. Ken, did you come away from that meeting? It didn't seem they were overly concerned.
No, they were really good. Actually, she approached me first there to see if we had any questions. So the timing was pretty much perfect. So we gave her a call when Bill came in and she settled us down there. She pretty much told us that they have things well in hand and they're not panicking at this point, and they had no intentions of, at this point at least, of changing our standing as far as our color coding. So
Yeah, I think the next few days will probably tell the tale if they have a whole bunch of cases show up at the school, but they seem to have been in contact with the people and they're waiting to see how many more cases are going to come to light. But so I guess it was talked about town-owned buildings, the fitness center, the arena, the library, people coming into the municipal office. Anybody got some views on that, whether we can be proactive and try to keep people safe? Ken says minor hockey has canceled everything for the week.
Yeah. Minor hockey's canceled practices and games.
There's been more cases reported though since you talked to that lady this morning.
How many?
There's been a few more cases, I think, reported since this morning.
Okay.
I see 3 more
Yeah.
in this area.
Yeah.
So we probably should be
Yeah, I don't think,
Well, the one, I think with the fitness center, well, anywhere, if we don't have anybody to clean or to work. I mean, with the hockey, they're off all week. There's more and more, if more and more come up. I don't know, because the arena was closing, what, April 16th?
so what? So the school, are they out of school until what date? The 26th? Is that what I read? Some kids?
No, no. Only the school's 9 to 12 is currently closed for the week. Anybody who was exposed in a direct cohort has to isolate till the 26th.
Okay. And the school closed until the 22nd, then I take it?
Yeah, unless something drastic changes.
Right.
My thought on it is that we should take the direction from Algoma Public Health. If they were directing us to make those closures, then I could see that being something that we do, or if the color coding changes, then we would make changes reflected on that. But that's just my opinion.
We don't have a cleaner though at the,
Yeah, the fitness center, our cleaner she has to isolate for 14 days, so we have nobody to clean that.
Oh, well, no one told me that part. Well, unless, if that's the case, we don't have a cleaner, then that's different. And maybe that's an isolated closure.
Yeah. Well, we have a week at the arena with, so 22nd, so that, would we close it for the week?
I guess if we wait out minor hockey, and we can always, if something gets worse, we can always throw a special up and meet on Zoom with capability now if we want to look at a longer term thing, or we wait for the week and regroup on whether it be Monday or.
It's, what do you have? You just have an hour of men's hockey and an hour of ladies hockey? I think that's.
Yeah, so at the arena now with minor hockey canceling, we didn't open the arena today because we had the staff do a deep clean there to make sure they got most of the areas that needed to be cleaned done. So tomorrow we have a 1 hour rental in at 4 o'clock. And then we have the dance crew is starting back again tomorrow at 4 to 9. That's in the upper deck. Then Wednesday, there's a group Wednesday evening. And I think Kristen was canceling the intro to hockey Wednesday. And then Thursday, we have ice time at 4. And then we have another rental at 9 that night. And then Friday, obviously, we do have a rental Friday night after skating. So
Now, so do we want to promote that though? Do we want to promote people going there right now until there's a handle on everything?
I think we just closed the whole rink for the week.
yeah, I think that'd be wise.
And if everything is, they'll have a pretty good handle by Monday. What's happening?
We'll know where we sit a little bit longer term by
Yeah,
Monday, right?
for good cases every day, we probably shouldn't be open.
So the dance crew, they have the upper deck. Would we stop them as well? Or
I'd close the whole facility for the week.
I think I would.
Yeah.
Okay,
What is it, like adults or?
no, it's the kids.
Yeah, it's the kids and stuff like that. But
I would close it because even there's siblings that I know that they've kept home from school because you just don't want it to carry on. To be on the safe side. I would close it for the week and revisit it come
I'd
Monday.
rather have people upset with me because and not get sick then.
Yeah,
I think if we do that, so we'd have, and the library is still open to curbside pickup. Would everybody be in favor of that? Or in the front office would we close
Like, do they have a, like with everything going on, do they have a handling procedure, like when they return books for curbside pickup or not, like, you know, transmissions, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They do, I mean, Norma does have a pretty,
Pretty
Pretty
tight
strict.
protocol probably, but
they do, but I mean, if we just closed everything until Monday, revisit it, see what's come out of it, how many cases have come up.
Probably safer.
I think that would be the safest thing to do.
Just a side note, that's the First Nations have locked down everything there as well, I believe.
Yeah, they did today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're locked down again.
Because of this ours.
I'd spoken to the librarian to let her know that we were going to be considering this resolution tonight. And she wondered if it did close, would she be allowed to continue with the curbside pickup as she's been doing? And the board was planning an in-person meeting tomorrow night. Would she be allowed to go ahead with that? So just wondering how you feel about those two as we've talked.
I think if you're shutting facilities, you need to have no in-person meetings.
Yeah, they can't do Zoom.
I imagine that would be an option, or would it be? We didn't discuss that actually, but so no in-person meeting and the curbside pickup.
I would think hold off on that too.
Hold.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking 7 days, so
Yeah, it's only 7 days.
Yeah, yeah.
in the front office,
You do the protocol now, maybe it won't be so bad on the other end.
in the front office, I think if we're going to shut down for 7 days, I think we should shut down for 7 days.
Yeah,
I think it's, people will understand. People are more worried about contacting COVID and
yes.
and the vaccine rollout. So, and then that next Tuesday, I think is that the 23rd? That's the date, the latest date, right, Ken, for the vaccine rollout. So we'll have a pretty good handle on what's happening by Monday. So, so that would be Tracy. Is everybody good with that? So Tracy, would you, number 23? Tracy, what?
Okay, I guess. Be it resolved that effective immediately, the municipal office, arena, fitness center, and library be closed. Can we change it to say 1 week?
Yep, to the 22nd.
You and we.
Until the 22nd of March, with the human resources committee to determine when, I guess that's not applicable then. Just leave it at March 22nd.
Is it okay if human resources makes the decision and notifies council on the 22nd, or were you thinking another council meeting, or?
I think human resources could make the decision from there.
And then council would be notified anyway, so. Before it wouldn't be made public, it would be reported to council.
So we could leave the human resources clause in there, couldn't we, Tracy?
Yeah, I think so.
Good.
So I'll call Tracy at 12:05 on Sunday night to get her opinion.
You'll have it before then.
Okay. So let's move. Do you want to read that back, Robert?
Yep. Be it resolved that effective immediately, the municipal office, arena, fitness center, and library board be closed until March 22nd. Do we want inclusive? Do you want to be closed Monday, include that?
I don't think so. I think we could reopen Monday, plan to reopen on Monday, and if everything settles down.
Okay. With the Human Resources Committee determining when the reopening of these facilities will take, that maybe should be modified then to determine if the reopening can take place on March 22nd, I guess, eh? With council to be notified before the decision is made public.
That sounds good. So that's moved by Tracy. We need a seconder for that.
I'll second that.
Lindsay?
And like in reality, by Friday, we'll probably know where we sit too, really.
Great.
Okay.
So moved by Tracy, second by Lindsay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Number 24, Lindsay. Do you have those, Lindsay?
Yeah, I got
Lindsay,
him, Bill. Yeah, I got him.
Okay.
Be it resolved that the tender from UPI Algoma AG Center for gas at the marina in the amount of 1.132 per liter plus HST for a total amount of $1.279 per liter be accepted, being subject to the usual market fluctuations.
So that's moved by Lindsay. That's the only tender we got back. We need a seconder.
I'll second it.
Marcel? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Marcel, number 25.
Be resolved that the council of Town of Thessalon declares that developing a community safety and well-being plan is the priority and that the staff will participate in process of developing a regional plan known as the North Shore Community Safety and Well-being Plan.
That is moved by Marcel. We would need a seconder for that.
No, I'll second it.
Randy?
Yeah.
Thank you. And number 26, Marcel.
Be resolved that council acknowledge the receipt of community and staff reports.
That's moved by Marcel. I need a seconder.
I can.
Okay, thank you.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye. That taking the last one too?
Oh, I asked the last one. So we're going to move right into general business. Randy, number 27.
Be it resolved that bylaw number 2415 being a bylaw to amend bylaw number 2363, being a bylaw to regulate the proceedings of council, local boards, standing committees, and committees for the corporation of the town of Thessalon, be passed in open council this 15th day of March 2021.
So that's moved by Randy. I would need a seconder for that bylaw.
I can.
Linda? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Randy, number 28.
Be resolved that bylaw number 2416 being a bylaw to amend Schedule A of bylaw number 2297 being a bylaw to impose and collect water service rates for water services through the town of Thessalon water distribution system be passed in open council this 15th day of March 2021.
That's moved by Randy. I would need a seconder for that.
I'll second it.
Marcel, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Lindsay, number 29.
Be resolved that bylaw number 2417 being a bylaw to amend the user fees and service charges of Schedule B of bylaw number 1800 be passed in open council this 15th day of March 2021.
That's moved by Lindsay. I need a seconder for that.
I'll second it.
Marcel, all in favor?
Aye.
All right.
So is there quite a few kids out to intro? Does anyone know, is there quite a few kids out to intro to hockey?
Three.
Three?
I think so, wasn't it, Lindsay?
We'll have to talk the Amish into playing hockey. Number 30, Randy.
Be resolved that bylaw number 2418 being a bylaw to authorize the signing of an agreement and related documents between Smelter Bay Aggregates Incorporated, Corporation of the Town of Thessalon regarding the use by heavy equipment on the abandoned CPR spur and the Lagoon Road to enable access into Peachy Street be passed in open council this 15th day of March 2021.
That's moved by Randy, and we need a seconder for that.
I'll second that.
Lindsay, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And Randy, number 31.
Be resolved that bylaw number 2419 being a bylaw to authorize the signing of an agreement, related documents for the provision of services and mats at the municipal office located at 187 Main Street, the medical center, fitness center located at 333 River Street, Thessalon, be Cintas Canada Limited and the Corporation of the Town of Thessalon be passed in open council this 15th day of March 2021.
That's moved by Randy. We need a second for that motion.
A second.
Second, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? I'm glad I got it in there that Randy got to speak because he was pretty long-winded tonight. And he come dressed for St. Patrick's Day, so
There you go.
there we go. And we're going to move into closed session. Marcel, number 32.
That the council proceed into closed session in order to address personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees, and specifically to consider the persons who have expressed an interest in joining the recreational trails team and the library board.
So, Robert,
On pause.
okay, you're recording, okay. So then we could move right back in open session, and number 34, Tracy.
Be it resolved that Joe Byers and Kevin King be appointed to the recreational trails team.
I would need a seconder for that,
I'll second it.
or so. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. They'll be talking, because they're going to use both committees, Recreation Committee. So these people are going to be in charge of trying to get volunteers to move that along. It was well responded to. Short season though, there wasn't enough snow. And number 35, Tracy.
Be it resolved that Mary Klein be appointed to the library board.
Let's move by Tracy. We need a seconder for that.
I'll second it.
Second by Marcel. All in favor?
Aye.
And we're going to the confirmatory bylaw, number 36, Marcel.
Be it resolved that bylaw number 2420 being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the meeting of council held on March 15th, 2021 be passed in open council this 15th day of March 2021.
That is moved by Marcel. I would need a seconder for that.
I'll second it.
Randy, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And if that is all, Marcel, number 37.
That this meeting be adjourned at 7:31 PM.
That is moved by Marcel. I would need a seconder.
I'll
I'll
second.
second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.
Did everyone find